All right, I'm going to close here just with the word Easter. There are a lot of Protestants and Messianic Jews who say, oh, Easter is a pagan word. It is based off of a goddess, the goddess of fertility, the goddess of the spring. Istra, oistra, different ways of spelling it. And in a way, that is somewhat accurate, but we have to understand how languages work. All ancient peoples, it doesn't matter if you're a Roman, a Babylonian, a Jew, a Greek, a Native American, whatever, everybody observed the 4 seasons. Everybody had them. Everybody knew about the spring equinox and the fall equinox. Even the Mayans in the New World understood all that. They knew about summer solstice and winter solstice. This is what God programmed into the universe. Protestants and Messianic Jews think if you somehow notice these annual cycles of equinox and solstices, you're pagan. And I don't understand how that can be the case. God is the one who programmed the equinox and the solstices into our universe and into our observation. Of course, the words for time were corresponding to natural forces because they're observing nature. And paganism is the worship of nature. It's false. It's idolatry. We, Christians, worship the creator of creation, but the ancient pagans worship creation itself. So for ancient pagans who spoke a Germanic, Anglo-Saxon language, they spoke of the spring and they worshiped the spring as a divine entity. But it was the same word. Where does the sun rise? In the east. Rises in the east. Christ says that he will come again as lightning goes from east to west. So when I say I'm going to drive east, that doesn't mean I'm going to drive towards the goddess Astra, even though it's the same word. Just like if I say, hey, I'm going to go to Mass and worship on Thursday, you wouldn't say, oh, you're going to go worship Thor on Thursday, even though the word Thursday comes from the word Thor. You see, this is ridiculous. So the Christians that were in Germanic areas or Anglo-Saxon areas, they identified the spring equinox with the term oistra, dawning, right? Sunrise, spring equinox. And so the name for the feast got tagged onto that. Do I think that we should be using the actual Greek and Latin word Pascha? Yes, and I do use it. Same thing with Lent. I call it Lent. I call it Quadragesima. The real word in Latin is Quadragesima, but shorthand in English, we use Lent.